Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, it's been a little over a week since PoC v11 came out and was activated. Has not been rolled back, and certainly during that time there were some ETL issues. I'm a little confused if the ETL issues caused actual problems on the blockchain. I got the impression it did not, like it said in this example on December 18th. This does not affect the blockchain. I got the impression it really related to the API, but even then, I would see some of my Helium hotspots show no witnesses, no beacons during that time. I don't know if they just stopped witnessing or beaconing, and whether they came back up again on their own, or whether now we're showing that they actually were. I honestly don't think they were, but we'll look into some of that as we talk about it right now. So I wanted to show you some real world examples of what kind of rewards you can expect based off of the last 7 days. And again, the ETL had issues the last couple days. Pretty much, what is this every day? Let me see. 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. So yeah, pretty much every day, right? For the last week. I hope these will be fixed soon, but hopefully we can still look at rewards and get an idea of what's going on. So one of the first hotspots I want to show you is Dazzling Crimson Rabbit. Now, Dazzling Crimson Rabbit is up in Fort Collins. I put it there specifically because it is a green area. If you look at the Denver area in general, oh my God, right downtown in Denver, it is red. And by red, I mean probably a transmit scale of most of those at like a 0.1. I don't want to deal with that. I was hoping to get something here more in like North Glen or Broomfield, but somebody offered to put it in, well, here in Fort Collins, and how could I say no? I mean, this looks like a good area, and we're hitting quite a lot of it. Now, that being said, those are witnesses. I have, in the last 7 days, over 262 beacons, so it must be going well. Now, you can see my rolling earnings for a 24-hour period is 0.36, and that being said, it is down by almost 26% since yesterday. Look at that. Yesterday, I was almost getting a 0.5. Not saying that is standard. At the beginning of, let's say, Tuesday last week, it was low. We were fixing issues. And it's been going up and down, as you can see, on a regular basis. But we're starting to see something like a 0.5. That does have me excited. I'm hoping we'll see rolling earnings be more like 3 by the end of this week. But we'll see. I honestly don't know. We're learning as we go. And like I said, we're seeing a wave, right? Ups and downs every day. Now, one thing about Dazzling Crimson Rabbit, the reason I picked this area, and something you should consider too, if you're looking at your area, is because it is, generally speaking, flat land. It's flat land, or at the best, I'm on a little bit of an elevation. As you can see right here, this area that it's in is a little bit of an elevation. Everything is a little below that. So as I open this up and look at all the possible beautiful one transmit scale helium hotspots that are out there, it does me good looking at this. So I feel like there's more opportunity here, where in some areas you start to question it because there's too much changes in elevation, too many hills and valleys. And that example is my next one, Short Cloth Peacock. Now, Short Cloth Peacock, it's in this little green area right below Denver. And I was hoping it would hit more of the green spots, but I was a little iffy on this because when I look at it here, it is, you can see the elevation is going down to the east and up to the west. Actually, not even up to the west. There's just kind of like this ridge in the way around Founders Parkway. And I was sure it wasn't going to get around this ridge and hit Castle Rock around here. But sure enough, it did. Looks like it's hitting over here. Not bad. Unfortunately, one of the other issues with having a helium hotspot at someone else's house is that you don't control it. And as you can see today, they suddenly went offline sometime early this morning. I did notify them, but the guy who lives there is a pilot, and I can't contact him. And even if I could, he's not home. So what are you going to do? We'll see. We'll figure it out. Something to think about. But he's only really getting a 1.1. 1.1 now. At the beginning of the week, he was offline for a day or two, and then he got online again. So, that being said, we're looking at the highs here at a 0.28. So we'll see. Not as good as being on flat land here. And that's something to consider, guys. If you are in an area that's more flat, you may have better opportunity. That means like all of you in Michigan. That's a great flat area to be. Okay, let's move on to another hotspot. So this hotspot is dead center downtown. And downtown, as you can see, it's bad. I mean, its transmit scale was already 0.25, and that's good. He had, let me see how many is there. Okay, only 3 others in that particular square were all around them. We're looking at 8, 16, 18. Geez. But that being said, Happy Raspberry Worm was never doing great. And by the way, I have no idea how he's hitting somebody in Longmont up there. But if we go in, 0.03. Now that's actually a low for the whole week. If I look, we were starting high from a 0.1 to a 0.08 to a 0.9 to a 0.05. I want to know exactly what is bringing it down. Very interesting to me. Am I getting less rewards being in a heavily saturated area because of PoC v11? I would like to know that. If anybody knows that, please let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely appreciate it. That being said, as we look at it here, you can see everything around Happy Raspberry Worm. Lot of red to hit. Not a lot of anything else. I can say, relatively speaking, it's flat. But it's also only through a window on one side of the house, facing north. So that being said, facing north, that's why we're not hitting much. I honestly am surprised we're hitting anything to the south because, like I said, it's in a window that faces north. Okay, something to think about if you were living in a downtown area. Maybe it's not worth it. Another one here. This is my house. Long marmalade shrimp. My house. My house is on a hill. You sit outside, you can see the city, and I'm hitting a lot of the city. Look at that. 945 beacons. 945 beacons. And I'm only making 0.4. Now, I'm only making 0.4 today, but yesterday I was making 0.57. Now, I am using a directional antenna. A 9 dBi directional antenna. 9 dBi is the max you can have, and because I'm already pointed only downtown. I mean, I got mountains here. I'd love to hit up here and to the side here, but I'm actually in a ravine. Here, you can see what I mean right here. I'm right here. I'm on this ravine, so I'm actually blocked. I'm blocked by all of this up here. And because I'm blocked by all of that, it's just, I'm only going to hit, here we can look at it in a wide way. I'm only going to hit this way. And that's what I do. I hit this way, trying to hit everything I can over here. I wish I had hit more of this. But like I said, I must be at 945 beacons. That is a lot of beacons. I do like to compare myself with a person who is up the hill from me. So I do compare myself quite often with Low Cream Cat, who, while I was making, it's going to show here, I think about 12. There you go, 12.67 HNT in the last 30 days. He made 16.2. Low Cream Cat is above me on the hill, and he does a damn good job of hitting more areas than me. Wish I could. Unfortunately, he's relayed, and sometimes his information never shows up here, so we're not going to worry about it. Let's jump ahead. Dizzy Cornflower Beetle. Dizzy Cornflower Beetle is more in this whole Broomfield, Westminster, North Glen area. Does very well, but unfortunately, recently, because I am having a problem getting it out of relayed. This actually has to do with a reset of the IP address. I can't change it. Every time I try to set the IP address for port forwarding, it goes to the wrong IP address. I've tried for several days, can't do anything about it. And also because of this, it shuts down. I've had it just like this. This was a flat line right here where I had to get it back up again. It seems to be okay right now. 0.29 was at a 0.34 earlier in the week. So I still think there's opportunity here. But more importantly, just like the one up in Fort Collins, it is hitting a lot of green, hitting a lot of 1 transmit scales. And that's the important thing. If you are close to 1 transmit scales and you are using something like an 8 dBi or a 5.8 dBi antenna, and you are, I'm going to say high up. Now I have 3 meters here, but it's basically in the attic of a ranch house, and it's doing great. If you're wondering why it's not able to hit on this side to the west, simple answer, here we go. Did you see that? I'm going to bring it up again so you can see. See all of that? Yep. It just can't go up that hill. And as I widen it, you can't really see the difference, but you can see that this is blocking it right here. Nothing I can do about this blocking it, but it's good to understand the reasons why and why everything makes it go to the east. So that being said, maybe something like this house deserves a 9 dBi directional antenna to face only this direction. Try to hit more points in here. That being said, it is hitting 264 beacons in a 7-day period. So who knows what's missing from witnesses that it's actually hitting. Hard for me to say, and also, quite frankly, I only have this house for another 2 weeks. Then the person is moving, and I have to figure out a new location. All right, another location which is not nearly as good. Beautiful Quartz Nightingale. Now, I'll be honest, I've been having some issues with Beautiful Quartz Nightingale. It is in a house that I own that's in a nice green area, but unfortunately, it can't head north much. I'm surprised it hits even these little bits here. It mainly hits to the south, and that is, again, because of the geography. So you can see where it's blocked up here. And so it's just easier for it to go down. So always, I recommend hotspotty.net. Know your geography. This is very important to figure out. That being said, another reason I had issues with this house, not Clever Blonde Tadpole, Beautiful Quartz Nightingale, their plug was all messed up. I finally fixed the power in their house, so I shouldn't have it being shut down. We're having some relayed issues that I haven't been able to fix yet. I'm hoping I can fix it tomorrow. And if you go back, this is kind of the worst time right here. Well, not worse, but it's been bad all week. But before it got bad, it was like at a 0.24. So I'm hoping we get back to a quarter HNT a day. That wouldn't be bad. And that's pretty much what I'm making. No, I'm not. I want to say I was making it here. Why am I not making it here? Look at this. 305 average beacons. 351. Let's see. Maybe it is. Okay, This is a bad day. See? This is a bad day for me. 0.26, 0.29, but it jumps back and forth. As we're talking about ebbs and flows, waves, we're going between a 0.3 and a 0.15. So between a 0.3 and a 0.15, we'll see. I'm curious if this is the new standard, these ebbs and flows. But at the end of the day, we don't know where it's going to beacon, right? Sometimes it just beacons all in the bad area that is Denver, and sometimes it is in the beautiful green area that is Broomfield and Thornton and North Glen and Federal Heights, hopefully. Okay, well, that's the main places I want to show you. Oh, here, I might as well just tell you, just like before, down. I am still doing tests, and hopefully in the future, I want to give you more information about the hotspot that is near my house. Again, showing you low cream cat, and you can even see with low cream cat, most of it is Denver, right? Low cream cat does about 740. How come low cream cat does 740 and I do more than that, more average beacons, but I make less? And I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Right now he's got 4.3, right? So maybe not. Let's do a look here. See, that's a straight number. How does he get straight numbers like that? But then it went down to a 0.12 just a couple days ago. But that being said, if I look at me, and I'm sorry, again, this is my house. Yeah, 945. But I guess it's because I'm not hitting up here at all. Just barely. Now, I have been doing other tests from other locations in my house. So I'll be honest here. 2 of them are gold spot miners, Quaint Wooden Beaver, which as you can see is getting 0.32 from my house. And not as many witnesses, but again, relayed. And then there is Shaggy Iris Possum, which I just moved a little while ago and doesn't look like it's happy about it. I moved it a couple hours ago. But on average, before the last couple days, yes, it's been dead. And here's the thing, guys. Like I said, I think it was dead. When they talk about this ETL issue, sure, the blockchain is running, but if it made your Helium Hotspot flatline, it did flatline. It is flatlined. And that's what happened here. I got flatlined for 2 days, or close to it. I tried to start it up. It started up a little bit. Then it flatlined, then started up again, and then I moved it somewhere else. But before that, like just a couple days before flatlined, it was doing like 0.42, 0.43. Now, all of these other examples, Shaggy Iris Possum and Quaint Wooden Beaver, which is also, I'm going to say on the good days, around that 0.35 area, but around 0.3 to 0.4 on the good days. They're using an 8 dBi omnidirectional antenna, whereas the one that is in my attic, Long Marmalade Shrimp, where on its good days was getting like 0.57, is using a 9 dBi directional antenna. So again, something to think about. I'm going to be doing more research on this in the next upcoming weeks, trying to optimize the location and hopefully trying to figure out how to make all of these not relayed and still in the same house. One idea is you can do IPv6. You can buy, well, I don't know about you, I can, through CenturyLink, 5 static IP addresses using IPv6, and I'm going to see if I can attach them to 5 hotspots in my house and see what the results are in different locations from my house. But that all being said, Shaggy Iris Possum's not happy, and this is proper gray porcupine. Now, proper gray porcupine is a synchro bit. It's a synchro bit. And it's never done well until one day, 2 days. Here, look at this. 0.28, 0.28. So for a brief period, it was starting to get into the 3s. And then it dropped again, and now it's at like that 0.15. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with SynchroBit. Now, SynchroBit's in my backyard, and so unlike the other 2 examples here where you're seeing it's hitting this whole wide range of downtown, I put SynchroBit in my backyard, and so my house blocks it. Sorry, that's the right one. My house blocks it, so most of this is what can be seen from my backyard, as opposed to up on the second floor window, seeing all of this area. So my point being to you is that yes, location does make a difference in your house. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you looking at this stuff. Hopefully this gives you an idea of where your rewards can be, and again, why geography as well as your antenna strength do matter, and location in the house. We're going to talk about more of that in the future, but I hope you all have a great evening and happy mining.